Hi friends, so today that is also a special topic, and if you are preparing for any exam, so these questions I have seen they ask many times. Today we will understand what is the data sufficiency. I have seen many students uh, they have done wrong in such whenever we are asking such type of questions. So they are doing wrong because they do not have the good concept on such type of problems. We have also asked, so in this question data sufficiency, the examiner they have given you the statement and he is asking the 5 questions. Okay, according to this statement, which one is the correct? The first statement he is asking if statement 1 alone is sufficient. Means in your exam, just like the example is what is the value of x. He is asking what is the value of x. Okay, so first he has given us the first statement and this is your second statement. So now he is asking what is the value of x. So you can predict the value of x by the help of statement 1 or statement 2 or both statement, or you cannot predict the value of x by the help of any given statement. So now you have to think, okay, if statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer, then you have to tick this. Means only by the help of this you can find the value of x. That is impossible because in this statement 1 he has given us x plus y is equal to 15. So here is another variable, that is y. So we don't know about this variable, so that it is impossible for us to find the value of x. Now another question is, if statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Okay, first is not sufficient. Now in the second statement you can see 3x minus y is equal to 1. So here we have, suppose this is not your statement, only one statement he has given us. So by the help of this statement we cannot predict the value of x because here you have another variable. Okay, so by the help of only second statement it is not possible to find the value of x. So your statement 2 is not sufficient to predict the value of x. So your second answer, that is also wrong. Now third, if answer from first and second together, neither statement by itself sufficient. So what is the meaning of this? If answer from first and second together, neither statement by itself suffix. Okay, so now you can see that you have x plus y is equal to 15 and this is 3x minus y is equal to 1. If you will add both of them, then y and y cancel. 4x is equal to 16. So your x is equal to 16 upon 4. 4 4 is 16. So your value x, it has come 4 by the help of statement 1 and statement 2. So you are using both statement to predict the value of x. So in this condition your C, it will be your correct answer, because in section C he has asked if answer from first and second together, means we are finding the value of x by the help of both statement. Neither statement by itself suffix, means any one statement cannot solve this problem. Now statement D, he is asking if statement 1 alone is sufficient, only this is sufficient to answer this question. So sometimes it can possible you have a question and by the help of this also you can find this x, and by the help of this also you can find this x. Maybe it can possible, or you can predict the value of x by the help of 1 or 2 or maybe both, or maybe not from first and second. So any cases can be possible. We will solve all type of cases. So your D, it is saying only 1. You can see that by the help of only 1 we cannot solve. Only 1 is not the alone sufficient. Okay, so this is also wrong answer. And now last, if answer cannot find, you have seen that we have find the value of x by the help of two statement. So this is already wrong answer. Now we will explain another if you did not get. The second question is if x into y is not equal to 0. Suppose your x into y is not equal to 0. What is the value of x to the power 4 y square minus xy to the this is a bracket closed whole square upon x cube y square? So first one is x is equal to 2 and second is y is equal to 8. So what is the value of this? Can you find this? If I will put x is equal to 2 here, if I will put x is equal to 2 here, then what will happen? Okay, at first we will solve this one. So here you have x to the power 4 y square minus x square y square upon x cube y square. You can see y square is here, here and here. So all cancel. So in this condition you have got, after simplification, x की power 4 minus x square upon x cube. Again you have taken x square from here, here, x square. Okay, so you have got this is x square cancel. So you have got x square, this is x square minus 1 upon this is x. So this is your final. After simplification, okay, you have got x square minus 1 upon x. So if you will put the value of x here, then you will get, he is asking what is the value of this. You can find the value of this by the help of equation statement 1. But if you will put y is equal to 8, then it is not possible to find the value of this, because your y, it has been already cancelled. So no need if he will give us the value of this. Okay, so the statement 2, that is not sufficient. Okay, so in this condition what will be your answer? Your answer will be, if statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer and second is alone not. If in this question you can see, if you will not offer this second statement, then also we can predict the value of the problem. Okay, you can see after simplification we have got this one. Now you can put the value of this, you can get the value of this problem. I think that you understand. Now the next question, what is the value of x plus y? He is asking what is the value of x plus y. He has given us x minus 2y is equal to 5, x square minus 25 is equal to 4 into y minus 4y square. So may you find the value of x plus y. So how to find it? Now think. So now this question, it involves two unknowns. You can see you have two unknown, x and y. Okay, but the two equations are not distinct, and these two equations are not distinct. Okay, the second equation can be rearranged to this equation. It can be rearranged to x square. Okay, and this is we can write this x square minus 4xy, you can write, and plus 4y square is equal to 25. You can write this equation, you can write. Okay, So this equation we have write in this form, which gets, if you will reduce, then you will get x minus 2y whole square is equal to 25. So you are getting x minus 2y is equal to 5. So this, you can see this and this both are same. Okay, x minus 2y is equal to 5 and x minus 2y is equal to 5. Both are same. If both are same, so no need to give this. Why he has given us this this second statement? So that is nonsense. So what will be the answer? So can we find the value of x plus y? Now think. So you can see that we have to find the x plus y, but both equation are same. So you have final answer is this, x minus 2y is equal to 5. So by the help of only this statement, it is not possible to find the value of x plus y. So your answer it will be this. Answer will be, if answer cannot find from first and second together. I think that you understand. Now next question. He is asking what is the value of E. He is asking what is the value of E, but here no value actually. So actually x, we have written something wrong. This is x. Okay, sometimes the examiner they ask some they have done some mistake. Okay, so he has done this mistake. So he has asked what is the value of x. So you have given x minus 2y is equal to 7 and 4x minus 28 is equal to this. So if you will solve, so x minus 2y is equal to 7 and 4x minus 8y is equal to plus 28. After now you can find the value of x. You have to multiply 4. Okay, so this is 4x and 4 to ja 8y and 7 4 ja 28. You multiply LHS and RHS, and here also the another value, this is minus 8y is equal to 28, but both are same. After multiplication both are same, so it is not possible to find the value of x. That is impossible. This is the impossible task. So in this condition you will say that this answer cannot find from first and second statement together. I think that you understand. Now next question. In the next question he is asking what is the value of x minus y, and he has given us x minus y is equal to y minus x and x minus y is equal to x square minus y square. So let us, we will try to solve it. So your x minus y is equal to y minus x, no problem. X minus y is equal to, you can take minus outside, this is also x minus y, so it will come here, x minus y plus x minus y is equal to 0. So this is 2, x minus y is equal to 0. 2 it is cannot be 0, so it implies that your x minus y is equal to 0. So by the help of only first equation we have find this. Now we will change, we will also check this one. So now your x minus y is equal to x square minus y square is equal to x minus y and x plus y. Okay, it will come here. So after then x minus y, and this is minus x minus y and x plus y is equal to 0. Now you can take x minus y outside. You can take x minus y outside. So x minus y outside. Then you have got 1 minus x plus y is equal to 0. So you can think now this is equal to 0. So by the help of this also we can find x minus y is equal to 0, because this is common, a into b. If a into b is equal to 0, either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0 or both 0. A is equal to 0 and b is equal to 0. Either a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0 or both a and b is equal to 0 if multiplication of two values is equal to 0. So it's work only for if a and b belong to R. Okay, you have to think, because it does not work for matrix. Okay, if you know the mathematics, the multiplication of 2 is 0, it does not mean that this will be 0, this will be 0. It's work only for real number, complex number, or no, this is real number, not complex number. Okay, so now we have seen. So we are finding the value of x minus y by the help of this equation and this equation. Both we can see, we can observe. This implies that x minus y is equal to 0. Since a number is equal to its negative is one and only one positive way, so therefore the number is equal to the 0. Okay, so your answer, you can think also statement 1 also, that is also sufficient. So what is the statement 2? So what will be your answer? Now read. Your statement 1 is also sufficient to give your answer. Okay, your statement 2 is also alone sufficient to give your answer. Okay, if answer from first and second together, no, this is not answer, not together, only one can give you the answer. If statement 1 alone is sufficient and statement is 2 is alone is sufficient, you can see there also statement 1 is also alone sufficient and statement 2 is also alone sufficient to give your answer. So your D is working here. Your D is working here. So by the help of this, you can also find the value of x minus y. By the help of this also, by the help of also this. So your answer, it will be D. Okay, in this condition. Some writers, they have written only answer is A. Answer is A. If this is sufficient, but according to mathematics, your answer, it will be D. Now the next question. Now in the next question, if x greater than y, if x greater than y, he is asking, is x greater than y? So this statement we can get by the help of this or this. So here you can see x minus y is equal to 25. The first statement is x minus y is equal to 25. The second statement is 2x plus y is equal to 9. So what is x? X is equal to 25 plus y. Your x is 25 plus y. So, but here in this question, he has not given us what is x. Suppose x and y belong to R. If I will write y is equal to minus 25. Suppose I will write y is equal to minus 25. Let y is equal to minus 25. In this condition, minus 25 is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So can you imagine that x is greater than y? Yes, because 0 is greater than y. That is okay, no problem. So by the first statement, x is greater than y because x minus y is equal to positive. You have this positive value. So if you are subtracting two variables and you are getting positive value, it means that this value greater than this. That is the mathematics. Okay. So the second statement, this is you are getting 2x plus y is equal to 9. You are adding two variable and you are getting the positive value again. The second statement, but this statement is not sufficient because you can put any value. So to get your 9, this value. Okay. So we can also use the contradiction. I can show you 2 into 4 plus 1. 4 to the 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So you can see that 4 is greater than 1. Okay. It means that x is greater than y. Okay. It is working. Now I will use another form. 2 into 0 plus 9 is equal to 9. Okay. So your x is 0. X is 0. 0 is not greater than 9. So your x is not greater than y. Okay. You have seen. So your second statement, it is not correct. So only your first statement is correct. So your answer, it will be, if statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer, okay, and answer 2 is not alone, answer 2 alone not. Only by the help of first statement we can predict our answer. Now the next question. In the next question, he is asking, are two triangles congruent? He is asking, are two triangles congruent? The first one he has asked, they are both equilateral triangle and they both have equal bases and equal heights. If you know about the triangle, just go in the lecture. We have also upload one lecture for triangle. Okay, so here I will give you some common sense. Are two triangle congruent? They are both equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle means this is the equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle. The equilateral triangle means all the sides are same. Equilateral triangle with same bases are congruent by the side postulates. All sides are same. Equilateral triangle. All angle are 60 degree. You have seen this is also 60 degree. This is also 60 degree, and this is also 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. This is also 60 degree, and this is x. This is x. This is x. This is x. This is x, and this is also x. So all are same. They are both equilateral triangle. So if you have equilateral triangle, then these are congruent. No problem. They both have equal bases and equal height. Equal bases, equal height. Your third answer, if answer from first and together, if you have height is same and base is same, means your base, this and this base is same, and your height, this height and this height is same. If your height, base is same, definitely the third, this will be also same. Okay, so in this condition that is also congruent. So for the congruent you must have 3. Okay, you must have 3 relationship. Okay, so that must be equal. So here also we are getting, here also we are getting. So your answer, it will be C. So by the help of any statement, by the help of for answer first and second together. Okay, so by the help of two statement you can predict the two triangles are congruent. Okay, now the question number 8, what percentage marks did he get in a test of 4 subject? Okay, now he's asking. So the statement 1 is he got 90 in English and 84 in maths. So in English he has 90 and in maths he has 84. So can you predict what percentage marks did he get in a test of 4 subject? So there are total number of 4 subject, but he has given us only 2 subject. English is equal to 90 and maths is equal to 84. So it is impossible. So now question number 2, he got 75 marks in Hindi. In Hindi he got 75 marks, and in Sanskrit he have got 76 marks. So by the help of statement first and statement 2 we have got all the marks. Now we can calculate the percentage marks, how much he has got in that test. So the statement first and second both are necessary condition for us. Okay, so but he is asking what percentage marks did he get in a test of 4 subject. So okay, no problem, but he has not given us the means what is the total marks in per subject. He has not given us. So from the both statement we get the total marks of the students, but nothing is mentioned about the highest marks of any subject. So we cannot answer the questions at all. All the students, they will do some wrong. They will think that okay, C is the correct answer, but this is not correct answer. Your correct answer is E. You cannot predict because he has not given us the highest marks. This question, it has come in your IIT JEE. Okay, so now the question number 9. In the question number 9, he is asking, is xy is less than 0? He is asking. The first is x square y cube is less than 0, and second statement is x y square is greater than 0. Okay, so what will you do? What will you do in this condition? The first he is asking xy is less than 0. Okay, the first one is x square y cube is equal to 0, and this is very simple. So we have already solved a lot of questions. So my request to everyone, please solve by your own method. This is your assignment. You have to solve. You must write in the comment box if you are not getting the answers of such problem. I will again read this question and this question. You have to solve. If you will unable, then we will solve it. So the first question is xy is less than 0? First one is x square y cube is less than 0. Second is x y square is greater than 0. And question number 10, x is equal to y square. What is the value of y minus x? The first one is x is equal to 4, and second is x plus y is equal to 2. So you have to solve it. The third question is x belong to z. Z means integer. What is the value of x? By the help of this first statement is 1 upon 5 is less than 1 upon x plus 1 less than 1 upon 2, and second statement is x minus 3 into x minus 4 is equal to 0. So he is asking, by the help of first statement, second statement, you can predict the answer. Either only first statement or only second statement or both statement or neither statement. You can predict the answer. What is the value of x? So same questions he is asking. So my request to everyone, please solve this assignment. Okay. Thank you so much.